let me hold your hands and your
So
feet.
just be mindful, share something you're grateful for, think of something you're grateful for, start your day with that every day, say a little prayer, start in that higher vibration state. So we'll start out with some breathing again today. So once again, helping you shift into that more parasympathetic state. So find a comfy spot, really ground yourself, plant your feet on the floor, sit up straight. Just become aware of your breath. Feel free to close your eyes. Take a couple deep cleansing breaths. Relax your jaw, relax your head, relax your shoulders. This really helps you absorb your learning better because you're in a more calm state. So a couple deep breaths in.
Just let me hold your hands and your feet, dance in the colors of our tapestry, all that you need. Just let me hold your hands and your feet.
So we're going to do the 4-7-8 breathing pattern. So inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. So that longer exhale really helps get you in that parasympathetic state. So we'll do this a few times to help calm your body down. So inhale, 1, 5, 6, 7. Exhale, 1, 5, 6, 7. Inhale.
Just let me hold your hands and your feet,
Exhale.
dance in the colors of our tapestry, all that you need.
Exhale, pulling it all under up to your bum. Inhale.
Hold your hands and your feet.
Hold.
I'm in the branches of our family tree.
Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale.
Just a thought. Yeah, the hangar,
Inhale.
Sunbury. Yeah,
Hold.
flying the plane, flying out.
Don't you go to war with yourself.
Exhale.
I heard it come through the rain.
Inhale.
Don't you go to war with yourself.
Hold.
How you gonna hold all that pain?
Exhale.
Let go, let go, let go.
We're gonna do this 3 more
Put all
times.
of it
Inhale.
out of your mind.
Hold.
I know, you know, we know.
Exhale.
It's time to put down what you are carrying. Put down what you are
Inhale.
carrying. Put down what you are carrying. Put
Hold.
down, put down, put down now. Put down what you are carrying. Put down what you are carrying. Put down what you are carrying. Put down, put
Last
down,
time.
put down
Inhale.
now.
Don't you go to war with yourself. It don't look good on you.
Exhale.
Don't you go to war with yourself.
Couple deep
You
cleansing
got
breaths.
other
Let all of that
things
go.
to do now. Let go, let go, let go of everything.
Breathe here. All right, so today we're going to talk about stress, sleep, metabolism, which is the hidden key to weight loss. So really how stress and sleep impact your health. Those are two big things that people don't focus enough on. We really need to be ensuring we're getting enough sleep, and we really need to ensure that we're not stressed out. Oftentimes people are like, I'm not stressed, but their body's stuck in that chronic state of stress because they might have been that way for years and they don't know how to shift out of it. So the stress, sleep, metabolism connection. So stress, sleep, and metabolism are all intricately connected. So chronic stress impacts sleep quality, which in turn affects your metabolic health in your body. And also that lack of sleep that increases your cravings for higher sugar foods, which mostly contribute to weight gain too. So stress can also increase cortisol levels. So cortisol is a primary hormone released during stress. When cortisol levels rise, it signals the body to store fat, especially around the abdomen. So that fat is called visceral fat. So on the reset, this fat really gets targeted and released. So stress hormones also trigger the body to preserve energy in a way of preserving fat for survival. So I really talk about getting your body into a safe space to release that fat. So if you have a high stress situation, those high stress hormones, high cortisol, your body doesn't release the weight. It stays in that survival mode and holds on to the weight, not knowing that it is safe to let it go. So the impact of elevated cortisol on metabolism. So high cortisol levels lead to increased insulin resistance, which slows down metabolism. So insulin resistance happens when the cells in your body don't respond properly to insulin, which is the hormone that moves the sugar, which is glucose, from your blood into your cells for energy. So as a result, your body needs to produce more and more insulin to keep your blood sugar levels stable because that blood sugar isn't getting into the cell like it should. So here's a simpler way to think about it. So your normal function, if your insulin is working like it should, the insulin acts like a key that unlocks the doors of your cells, letting the sugar into the cell to be used for energy. If you are stuck in insulin resistance, the locks on your cells become rusty or less responsive, so the insulin key doesn't work as well. So the sugar can't get into the cells and it stays in the bloodstream, which leads to more insulin resistance. So your body is making more insulin at that point to try and force the sugar into the cell. And this could lead to high insulin levels. This could even eventually lead to the pancreas being worn out, which in turn can lead to other issues, right? Other metabolic issues. So high visceral fat, which is the fat stored around the internal organs in your abdomen usually, possesses significant health risks because it actively contributes to inflammation and disrupts the normal function of your body system, including your hormones, liver health, insulin resistance, increased cancer risk, sleep issues, and brain fog. So the role of sleep in metabolic health. So sleep regulates your hormones like leptin and ghrelin. So the leptin and ghrelin really control how hungry you are and how satisfied and how full you are after eating. So the sleep deprivation increases ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, and decreases leptin, which is your hormone that tells you when you feel full, which this can lead to overeating if those hormones are out of balance. So by getting quality sleep and reducing those stress hormone levels, this allows the body to burn fat more efficiently and to balance out that leptin and ghrelin. So the effects of poor sleep on metabolism. So insufficient sleep reduces insulin sensitivity, making it harder for the cells to use glucose. So people who sleep less than 6 hours per night are more likely to gain weight due to hormonal imbalances. So this also might lead to impaired decision-making and circadian rhythm disruption. So let's look a little bit deeper into these. So with the higher insulin levels contributing to the poor sleep, so disrupted insulin sensitivity impairs your body to use insulin, which is a hormone that regulates your blood sugar. So then your insulin rises, making it easier to store fat and harder to burn it because you just keep making more insulin, which is making more blood sugar. Over time, this may lead to weight gain and increased risk of illnesses that affect the pancreas. So hormonal imbalances related to appetite. So the leptin, that's a hormone that signals your brain when you're full. So if you're sleep deprived, you have reduced leptin levels, making it harder for you to feel satisfied after eating. So sleep is crucial to even knowing if your body is full when you are awake and eating. So ghrelin is the hunger hormone. So this stimulates your appetite, which if you have lack of sleep, that increases your ghrelin levels, making you feel hungrier. So you might want a midnight snack. You might want a late snack. You might want to eat all day and you never feel full and you don't get that energy. Well, then your ghrelin is off. So with a decrease in leptin, increase in ghrelin, this could lead to overeating and particularly cravings for high calorie, sugary, and fatty foods. So with the increased cortisol levels, so sleep deprivation raises cortisol, the stress hormone, which promotes fat storage, especially that visceral fat. So we don't want you having those increased cravings for those comfort foods, which are usually high in sugar and fat, because that leads to the higher levels of insulin resistance. So impaired decision-making. So sleep deprivation affects the prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain responsible for self-control and decision-making. So you're more likely to make poor food choices, skip workouts, or overeat if you're sleep deprived. Circadian rhythm disruption. So sleeping less can disrupt your circadian rhythm, which is your body's internal clock. So this is why like that morning sunlight really helps balance out your internal clock, because then your body knows, hey, it's time to get up for the day. The sun is shining. When the sun goes down at night, stop eating, because your body's like, it's getting ready to go to bed. So a misalignment in your circadian rhythm can affect your metabolism, leading to weight gain. And interesting fact here, so research in Nature Communications found that sleep-deprived patients consumed an average of 385 extra calories per day, particularly from junk food. So that junk food doesn't really do anything for your body. It's not providing nutrients. Most of the things in junk food are synthetic, and your body is not able to break down those synthetic things. Oops. Here we go. So guided relaxation exercise. So we did just do this at the beginning. So we're going to go through it a little bit more here too. So relaxation exercises might help to lower those cortisol levels, reducing stress and improving sleep. So regular relaxation can shift the body into that parasympathetic state, which is your rest and digest. That is where your body does most of its healing. And promoting a parasympathetic state for resting. So if you are going to bed at night and say you can't fall asleep, your heart is racing, your body's just going, do some breath work to really help calm into that parasympathetic state. So a 5-minute guided relaxation. So that breathing exercise we just did, that 4-7-8, you can do this at home too on your own. So really, I want you, when you are doing these guided meditations, you can even guide yourself. You can listen to them on YouTube, but really just envisioning a calm place. So you can think like a calm place, a beach with the waves crashing on the shore, the warm sun on your body, not having any distractions, sand between your toes, a gentle breeze on your face. Really think of a place that makes you very calm. This could be a beach on vacation. This could be up in the mountains. This could be out in the woods, right? Just envision that place that shifts your body into a parasympathetic state right there. You think of when you're on vacation, how long after you get there are you calm? Most people don't have issues when they're on vacation because they're in that calm state. As soon as they come back home, they start having issues again. We need to learn and shift our bodies to be able to be in that calm state all the time, so we're able to heal and repair like we should. So really, after you do that visualization technique, really become aware of your breath. Take some slow, deep breaths and help to signal the body that it's safe to relax, because we need to be in a safe space in order to be able to relax and shift to parasympathetic. So the breathing technique that we did earlier was the inhale for 4, holding for 7, and exhaling for 8. So you can do this technique anytime you feel stressed or before bed to promote sleep, and really incorporate this into your routine to decrease your anger response. And if you do have little kids at home, do this with them. So now my kids, it kind of cracks me up, because if the tension level is rising in our house, I'll say, okay, let's all sit down. We literally sit down where we are, and Addie usually starts by saying, I need to take a breath. So she knows that by shifting her breathing, she's 4, by shifting her breathing, she can calm her body down. We can do that too. So just take a minute, it takes less than 5 minutes to shift your body into that state. So the power of breathing to reduce cortisol. So deep breathing activates your vagus nerve, which controls your parasympathetic nervous system. So breathing exercises might help lower your heart rate, reduce cortisol, and aid in relaxation. Slow breathing helps shift the nervous system from a stressed out state to a relaxed state. Another little interesting fact, so right behind your ear back here, kind of by your mastoid bone and going down, your vagus nerve runs right here. So you could always try and do like some essential oils to promote calming on that vagus nerve too. Lavender is one of my favorites. How to improve sleep for better metabolic health. So a lot of people don't sleep as good as they should. So this really comes down to creating a sleep-friendly environment. We want it dark, we want it cool, we want it quiet. It should be black. We shouldn't have night lights on. Actually, just having a little light on in your bedroom can activate your body to think like, oh, it's time to get up for the day, there's light. So removing EMFs from your bedroom. So EMFs is anything that's plugging into a wall. So if you have a lamp on your nightstand and you don't use it, unplug it, because that lamp being plugged in can actually affect your sleep. If you have a sleep number bed, blow it up to whatever setting you want, unplug it from the wall, or you're laying on those EMFs all night. Really focusing on good sheets. So just 100% cotton sheets or 100% organic cotton sheets, because polyester, our body doesn't resonate. Polyester is man-made and not really that great for us, and our body doesn't resonate with that. Don't charge your phone on your nightstand next to your bed. Your nightstand is usually level with your pillow, right? So that phone is right next to your head. There's even studies saying that your phone should be 6 feet away from you. Well, if it's not, then it's clearly having some EMF effects. So shut it off, put it on airplane mode. If you have to have your phone on, say you're on call, put it on the floor. So at least it's on the floor and it's not right next to your head. Stick to a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. So if you keep your sleep and wake times consistent, then your body really gets used to that circadian rhythm. So avoid caffeine, sugar, and screens before bedtime to support better sleep quality. So I believe I mentioned before, let me see if I can do it again here. On your phone, you can activate like this red light, right? So if I have it on regular, that's what it looks like. Oh. Then if I put it on the red light mode, so that's a lot easier on your eyes and doesn't mess up your circadian rhythm as much. Or you can even get the glasses, right? So you can get red light glasses, you can get red light bulbs. That helps so your circadian rhythm isn't getting messed up at night. Another little interesting fun fact is I was listening to a podcast this morning and it mentioned that like when we dream, I do believe dreams are a way of God's communication with us. Dreams are also associated with the third eye chakra, which is also associated with the pineal gland, which helps regulate your sleep and wake cycles. So sometimes like your most insightful moments and your most insightful dreams can be early in the morning, like an hour and a half before the sun comes up. So if you do happen to wake up around that time, say a little prayer, go back to bed. You might be able to go back to bed a lot better. One of my clients the other day said at 4 a.m, her husband prayed for her and she was able to go back to sleep. So, and that's a very time where that spiritual connection is deep around that time. So managing stress for better sleep and metabolism. So you can incorporate relaxation activities like meditation, gentle yoga, and breathing exercises. So some of the resources for those, Brain Tap, it's an app, it's free. They also have a paid version. I do encourage putting some headphones in when you're meditating so you're just not distracted by any other outside noise. Put something over your eyes so you can really relax, whether that be an eye mask or even just as simple as a hand towel. So Gaia, that's a TV streaming service. You can get it like on your Roku. They have some guided meditations. They have yoga. They have a lot of different healing documentaries too. If you have an Aura Ring also has guided meditations that you can do. And there's some that are only 5 minutes long. So very short and sweet. So take time for your self-care and hobbies that bring you joy, because that joyful state, your body really enjoys to have that higher vibration for better healing. So studies show that people who manage stress effectively have lower cortisol levels and find it easier to lose weight. So some common mistakes to avoid. So ignoring stress and assuming it won't affect your weight. Don't ignore it, right? Don't put it on the back burner. Your subconscious knows it's there. We want to just deal with that. So staying up late watching TV or using electronic devices in bed. So if you do have an Aura Ring or a Fitbit or some way to track your sleep, you could do a little experiment. So one night you could watch a stimulating show before bed, like a thriller or a movie, right? See what your sleep score is when you wake up the next morning. On a different night, dim the lights after dark, stay off your phone, stay off your screens, read a book instead, go to bed early, then see what your sleep score is. More than likely, it's going to be a lot better when we're avoiding that blue light, that stimulation, that added activity to the brain when we can calm down naturally. And then trying to out exercise poor sleep or stress levels. So exercising more isn't the answer. We want to shift to parasympathetic, and that's a better answer there. So decreasing your stress levels, there's different ways that you can do that. You can always reach out to me if you're having a hard time with that, and we can kind of work together through that too. And get sleep. We need sleep in order for our bodies to regenerate and repair. That's when our bodies do that, is when we're sleeping. So here are some real life success stories. So mouth taping, I do talk a lot about mouth taping and how that can better your sleep. I've also had people that don't have to wake up at night to use the bathroom as often when they mouth tape. So me personally, it improved both my sleep score and my HRV on the Oura Ring. So when I say mouth tape, I'm talking using the 3M micropore tape and just do one strip vertically. So go from like the bottom of your nose to the top of your chin, just one strip up and down. You don't need to go horizontal. You can just go one strip up and down. Then that way, if you need to cough, if you need to sneeze, if you need to talk, you're able to do that versus if it was horizontal. Mouth breathing is actually one of the #1 causes of cavities. And the mouth microbiome is important because it's linked to your gut microbiome, and 80% of your immune system lives in your gut. So the other thing that you can try, like I had mentioned, is the lavender essential oil. Might help to decrease the cortisol levels, which usually moms have a higher amount, especially if they're dealing with young children all the time. So also the added benefit of smelling good and kind of having that perfume with benefits. So ensure you're getting high quality essential oils. Don't just buy any old brand. You want to make sure that it's been third-party tested and it's from a good source. So you can always feel free to reach out to me about that if you need some help finding resources for that. And some final thoughts here. So commit to relaxation techniques and improving your sleep over the next week. So kind of document that, see what different things worked. If you did some meditation before bed, if you did some breath work before bed, and what works the best for you. And then let me know if you have any questions or concerns, because I'm here to support you throughout this journey. Have a good day.